Hello guys and welcome to a game of StarCraft 2. Now I've been playing a little bit of this recently, not as much as I used to, but I'm still playing the odd game here and there. But basically I was playing it and I thought, well, as soon as I'm struggling for videos at the moment because I haven't actually started recording Advent Rising yet, I thought that this is probably something that I could upload, and I know some of you do have enjoyed my past StarCraft games, as shitty as they have been. But this game is me and somebody called T, who is the Blue Terran, or D should I say, against Crowns, the Terran, and Marvelise, the purple, purple. Yeah, I think purple's right. But yeah, it was quite an interesting game. We did thrash them, to be fair. They didn't really do much to kind of do much damage to us, but I still thought it was a pretty, well, for me it was an enjoyable game anyway, but maybe that's just because I won for once. But I have managed to get into Silver League in 2v2, which I'm quite happy about. I've been in Bronze Leagues quite a lot when I past played it, so I was quite happy that after coming back I managed to get into Silver League. Not in 1v1, I don't really like 1v1s that much anymore. I prefer 2v2s just because the dynamic's better, and they tend to be a little bit more fast paced rather than it beginning in 1v1s, where it can be slow unless you're going for a rush. But yeah, I was just scouting them and I was a bit surprised here at like how slow, like he wasn't even putting down his gateway yet, so I immediately dropped my spawning pool, thought if I can get some Zerglings down there quick. But I was mainly thinking here, possibly, because he had one barracks, wasn't going to be built that quickly, so if I could get a ton of Zerglings out straight away, I might be able to overwhelm him. That was my general thinking. D getting his second barracks at this point. In fact, I'm going to put this on, here we go, 2 times speed at the moment, because it's a bit slow. Yeah, here's me just droning up. I think, how are we doing on the income tab? Yeah, about even with the Crones. Oh, and Marvelous. Yeah, see, how many Marines did he have out? 1 Marine, and this is when let's slow this down a bit. This is when I get my first 4 Zerglings out, and I proceed to make more Zerglings after I see just how little they have. At this point, I didn't know what the Protoss was doing, but I figured he didn't have much because the fact he must have only just got his gateways down. Yeah, ambushed this 1 Marine who was thinking he could just come and find my drone, but he's like, nope, you're gonna have to deal with me. He's getting his third, oh no, getting his factory. Managed to pick off 2 Marines, and then proceeded to try and do some damage, but really didn't do that much. He was on the ball there, manages to kill him, but I did stop him from mining, which is pretty good. Army size, mine's at the moment is the biggest, with more Zerglings heading down. Yes, I've got the metabolic boost on the way, as well as another queen. I think that was a misclick on my part, I didn't mean to get another queen. But yeah, these 2 Marines were trying to catch my Zerglings, didn't quite work. I was hoping to get in behind. Oh no, oh no, what am I talking about? These are D's Marines. So they distracted the Marines, so I did some damage to the drones. Again, not much, but it was just keeping him on his toes. Made even more Zerglings. And the Protoss still doesn't have much. Although he is winning on the army size. I think that must be off drones though, because I don't see anything else to brag about in terms of an army. Metabolic boost almost finished. I got my second expansion down, making the queen. Oh, sending the rest of my Zerg. What happens to I did wonder what happened to these. Oh no, I think they must have run straight into a trap. Again, forcing them off the mineral line. That's what I generally. That's what. Oh! What happened here? Oh, Zerglings! Damn auto attack. But while they were distracted, I ran these ones up in here and was like, "Bitch, your base is mine." and there wasn't really. It was like a drone massacre. And then, oh no, that was D's. I keep getting D's and Crown's units mixed up. Yeah, we did a fair amount of damage there. He's way behind now. If we look at income, 3 harvesters. That's not good. The light blue Terran is in quite good shape. I was a bit slow getting this expansion going, mine, because I was focusing on my Zerglings, but I think now I start to get it properly up and running. I don't know, what are they trying to do here? Ah, here we go. More Zerglings on the way. Send them off to be a pain in the arse. I get the Roach Warren because I think now would be a good time to transition to Roaches. Mainly because I thought they might go for lots of Marines or just, I don't know, I just thought Roaches would be a good transition. Stalker, come here. Managed to pick off a Stalker, which was good, and then proceeded to do more damage. So I didn't see these coming, but thankfully I just built some Roaches, so it's kind of like I had at least something to defend myself with. But they went into his base. Thankfully, D was on the ball. He did take a bit of a hit here, but no, immediately went for the mineral line. So I immediately pulled my Zerglings out to at least try and help him, because if he went down, I'd be in deep trouble. But he'd already cleaned up. Took a bit of a hit, but he did manage to clean it up himself. An army size... No, army. No, that is the pause. That is not what we want. Army size, I'm majorly ahead at this point. 51. I think D is just because he took that major hit from Crowns. Get this. C-Lock. Kill it. I then tried to engage here, but it doesn't go that well. Eventually decided that pulling out would be the best course of action. I did manage to take out a fair chunk, but I thought it's best to at least save some Roaches and have them for another day. Yeah, and this expansion's getting up and going now, pretty good. D's just claimed he's building his second expansion. And I also decided that a Hydralisk Den would be good, because I figured that maybe the Protoss may transition into Void Rays, or I generally thought that going Roach Hydra was the best thing at this point. I also decided to start working on my upgrades. I was a little behind. What were they at this point? 0-0, so it wasn't that big of a deal. What about the Protoss? Okay, he's got 1 for shields, but apart from that, no upgrades. How's D doing? Okay, he's not got any upgrades either. This is an upgradeless game. And I was also working on spreading my creep. Got a bunch more roaches. Generally just working on everything. The light blue Terran is also catching up to me in terms of army. I was a little behind because I was working on getting expansions going and generally spending money on upgrades and such. Because I've got 1 armor and 1 missile on the way. Right, so what's he doing? Marine Marauder still. Lots of Marine Marauder. And double starbase, and the Protoss is still not doing much. But yeah, he's going for Void Rays, or trying to mix some Void Rays into it. So it was definitely the right choice to get some Hydras in there. I think I'm building them now. Yes, I am. To be honest, I don't know why D took this expansion and not this one, unless he, I'm wondering if maybe he left it for me, just for my creep spread. Nobody likes to have a Terran base with creep all over it. Army size, I don't know what he was... D's army seems to have disappeared. I don't know what he was doing, but probably working this expansion. My army was continuing to grow in size. Yeah. That's something I like about Zerg, is once you get going, you can really get going. Your army will just explode in size. The thing is, if I'd lost this, I could have replaced it pretty quickly. If needed, I could have put down another hatchery to maximise larvae, but... So, Marine Marauder Medevac. But as I'll prove, that doesn't work. People complain about it, but you can easily counter Marine Marauder Medevac. You've just got to know that it's coming. If it turns up on your doorstep and you weren't prepared for it, you're pretty much screwed in my experience. But if you're prepared for it... And he's getting his first Void Ray, which I do have to admit I hate. And he's building sensor towers in each base. Yes, I don't know, it's a good idea, definitely. I noticed that my drones are a little down at my main, so I immediately dropped some drones in there. And I got my third expansion, because I needed more gas really, so I could keep up with my Hydra Roach production. Income, what's that like? Pretty even between me and the Blue Terran, or the Light Blue Terran. Even though I have a lot more harvesters. That makes sense. Oh well. Not gonna... Oh yeah, what's APM like? Oh god, he's 68. Whoa. Yeah, I'll admit my APM isn't that great. I'll admit that right off the bat. Got my third expansion up and going. Getting some overlords because I was supply blocked. More hydras, more everything. Working on my +2 attack. And I think soon, yes, I have my hydras, and I thought some infestors would be a good thing to have. He didn't tell me he was moving out. I just kind of saw this. I was like, oh, you're not going. Well, I don't. What was he? What? The Void could pick them off. That's not a good idea. What's he doing here? Kinda confused. I was tempted to move out, but I didn't know what he was doing exactly. And because he was doing a drop, I didn't really want to engage both armies by myself. Because then that would have put me in some major doo-doo. Got more Zerglings and Roaches and all that good stuff. A bit slow again. I'm a bit slow getting expansions going. That's something I'm trying to work on. But I've got a bit of creep spread. I kind of forget about that. It's another problem I have, is not focusing on my creep spread. And then this image is kind of saying we should really attack soon, because I was getting worried that they just have so many Marine Marauders, or they'd have a ton of Void Rays, but that wasn't to worry about, because to be honest, the Protoss really hadn't recovered yet. Like, he really hadn't. I think that early attack from me kind of crippled him. The Terran was doing well, though. He should have really expanded a lot sooner than this. Like, I'm on my third expansion, and like, if you're on one expansion against the 3 base Zerg, from my experience, you're pretty much in trouble, because the Zerg can outproduce you, and you don't want to make sure that a Zerg has a lot of resources. I was upgrading to a lair because I was thinking of getting my +3 attack. And more everything. Hydras. Gotta love them. I didn't want to get too many Hydras though, because I was wary of the amount of Marine Marauder, and if I had too many Hydras, I'd just chew through them. Like they were breakfast cereal. Yeah, third expansion's going quite well now. But I decided to, rather than make more drones, to get some more Hydra and Roach, because I really wanted to push. Oh yeah, and by the way, people who... I know ages ago I promised I'd give people my friend code and things so they could add me. I'll put that in the description, but bear in mind I don't play StarCraft nearly as much as I used to, and I mainly just play custom games. It's not... I don't play that much actual ranked games like this. So if you see me online, don't be like harassing me. I may play a game with you, I may not. It just depends what I'm feeling like. I generally don't have a great amount of time, but I'll try and get some... I'll try and maybe have some games. Yeah, at this point my army is huge. Absolutely massive. You're still going with your Marine Marauder medevac. More medevacs, but not any Marine Marauder. That's a bit of a mistake. But yeah, the Protoss still not recovered fully, and he's not even building drones. That's not good. Yeah, he was really out of this game. But yeah, this was the main battle. Managed to get some fungal growths. And that was them cleaned up. Protoss really didn't have anything to defend against this. And that was pretty much, although what I didn't notice is that he brought Banshees into my base. Decided to build some Hydras. But to be honest, at this point it really didn't matter because you're not coming back from this. So yeah, Protoss left the game. Terran wasn't really going to defend against this. Got some Hydras and cleaned this up. And that was the end of the game. Yeah, so that's my that's StarCraft 2 game. Thought you guys might enjoy it. Something a bit different on my channel for once. So thanks for watching. See you again soon.